took a look back at my spreadsheet from the last 4 years of reselling, starting in 2021, and pulled the fastest sales that I had on Poshmark and eBay. So I'm gonna go through all of those and share what sold really fast for me over these last 4 years. And I think it'll be interesting to take a look back at what items were selling really fast then and consider whether or not I would pick them up now, because as I'm sure many of you know, things change so quickly that something that sold really fast 4 years ago isn't necessarily going to sell just as fast today. But I think it's interesting to at least take a look back and see what was selling fast then up until now, what those fast sales look like. Okay, starting off with this Lululemon Swiftly Tech long sleeve shirt. So this is back in 2021, January of 2021. This sold on Poshmark for $27. All of these sold within 24 hours, so very fast flips. This one I had listed at $40, it sold for $27, and that left me with $13.11. So this first, I think, at least 6 months of 2021, I had never even been to the Goodwill outlet. So all of these are regular thrift store prices, at least for the first few of these. So this one I did actually spend $8.49 on, sold it for $27, left me with $13.11 in profit. And that was of course, very fast flip, as all of these will be. But this is a style I still think does pretty much just as well. But it's interesting to see that I found that so early on, and that was my first really good fast flip on Poshmark. Alright, next up is this pair of Rothy's retired charcoal pink sole round toe flats. I'm sure many of you know who have been reselling for a while that Rothy's used to be a major bolo brand. It would sell very, very fast, and you just always were excited to find it. I think that has changed. I know it's changed. It definitely doesn't sell for as much as it used to. It's not quite as desirable. So back then this sold for full asking price at $125 and sold really fast. Left me with $91.01 in profit. I remember this day at the thrift store getting so excited to find these, and it was a very good sale, but a few years later I actually would not be nearly as excited as I was back then to find these. Alright, next is this Eileen Fisher cotton white denim jacket. This was an eBay sale, and I had it listed at $50, it sold for $35 on eBay. Another really super fast flip. Left me with $15.85 in profit. Next is this Everlane dark green cashmere crew neck sweater. This sold for $49 on Poshmark, and this is actually one of the stipulations I have with Everlane these days, is it really does need to be a higher quality material, probably a sweater or jacket or something like that. Jeans for me by Everlane do not do well, but I could see something like this selling pretty much just as quickly right now. It did sell for a pretty high price point, which I think is still how it would be today, a few years later, as long as it is something a little nicer like cashmere or wool. But that was a really nice flip, great condition. And let's see how much I spent. I spent $7.99 on that, listed it at $68, sold it for $49, and it left me with $31.21 in profit. Then I sold this Anthropologie boho paper straw hat. This was a new with tags item, sold for $25 on Poshmark. Another very fast flip. Probably just a good style and new with tags. Didn't have it priced too high, it was definitely reasonable. Let's see, oh, I had it priced at $42 and accepted a $25 offer, so probably that wouldn't have sold as fast if I, of course, didn't accept that offer, but I think I still made a decent profit, especially for a hat. So that's something I would pick up today still, this kind of style Anthropologie hat, especially new with tags. So I think that is something I still would get. I don't know that it would sell just as fast. Sometimes it's hard to say if something would, you know, pretty typically sell that quickly. I'm just a sample size of one, so this is just my own data. It's not a fact or an end-all be-all or anything like that, but some of these in particular I think are typically ones that could do very well just based on the brand, the style, the condition, but it doesn't mean that any Anthropologie new with tag hat would sell that quickly. So it just, there's a lot of variables and factors that go into these, but here are some examples, you know, of some fast flips. All right, next is this Madewell button-up pajama top. This sold for $25 on Poshmark back in April of 2021. This is something I would pick up at the bins if I were paying $1 or $2. And then I'm assuming it actually would still sell right around that same price point. Not sure what made this one sell super quickly in particular, but it was a very fast flip. I bought it for $4.49 at the thrift store, sold it for $25 in, you know, a 24-hour turnaround time, so very good sale. And I actually realized how many Madewell pieces have sold within a day when I was pulling this list together. It actually kind of surprised me, so this is the first of many to come, actually. Then this pair of a Goldie high-rise feel-good classic jeans sold on Poshmark for $80. Great sale. I would absolutely pick these up again today and probably expect them to sell for a little bit less. I think a Goldie for me at this point in time sells $40, $50, $60, but very happy to see that these sold for $80. So I actually bought those for $9.99 and flipped them for $80, was left with $54.01, and another super fast flip. Then this Madewell mock neck chunky wool sweater sold on Poshmark for $25. Again, this is one I would pick up today, especially in good condition. And even if it had some pilling, I do have a sweater shaver now, so I would clean it up a little bit, but I don't know that I would expect it to sell quite as fast as this one. Could, might not, but probably the fact that this was listed in September, it's definitely a very fall color and style, cut, all that. Makes sense that it sold quickly, and it wasn't priced too high. I think I either accepted an offer or just didn't price it up very much. Yeah, I priced it at 30 bucks, sold it for 25, so probably if I priced it a bit higher, it wouldn't have sold as fast, but it did sell very quickly, and I definitely would pick that up again for a low cost of good. Next is this Carhartt heathered beanie. This sold for $15 on Poshmark. Used beanie. I actually have 2 Carhartt beanies on this list, and I don't know that I've picked up Carhartt beanies since then, but interesting to see that they sell quickly, or at least did a few years ago. Not really sure. Let me know if you have or ever do sell Carhartt hats. I would be curious if they typically do that well, because I was surprised to see that 2 were on this list. Then I sold this Torrid Hiding Cat Heather Gray Terry crew neck pullover sweatshirt. This sold for $25 on Poshmark. Again, probably just the print was super cute. These little cats all over it. And it was a size 4X, so sometimes plus size items can sell very quickly. So this is something I, again, would pick up now at the bins. And that one left me with $18.26 in profit. Another Madewell item, this was a flannel, and this sold for $30 on Poshmark within a day. Kind of makes sense. It's a red, very, you know, fall winter item, sold in December. So that is one that if I had listed that in March, April, May, June, whatever, it probably would not have sold that quickly. So that is another factor that really plays into some of these, is the time of year that it was listed, and for obviously for particular categories, you know, shorts, t-shirts, tank tops will probably sell quicker in the summer, and then flannels, sweaters, jeans, things like that will probably sell quicker in the fall and winter. So I would guess for a lot of these that is a major factor in them selling that quickly. Then here's that other Carhartt beanie. This one sold for $16, right around that same price point, and sold again within a day, so super fast. Next is this pair of Lululemon Hottie Hot lined shorts. These sold for $36 on Poshmark, and this is actually then the next year. So now we're in 2022, and those were listed at $40. I accepted an offer for $36. I had paid $6.29 for those, and they left me with $20.05 in profit. This is actually a very good style that I've had good luck with, you know, for a couple times after this as well. So this is a style I definitely think is good to be on the lookout for. Just honestly, Lululemon shorts, athletic shorts in general, typically do very well, and in this case they sold within a day, so great sale. Then this is a brand I'm absolutely always on the lookout for when I'm out thrifting, and it's Aviator Nation. These sold for $70 on Poshmark within a day, and super fast, great flip. This actually was when I started going to the bins. You can tell now my cost of goods are under $2 for many of the items to come, so I finally found the bins at this point in time. I listed these at 85, they sold for 70, left me with 54, 53. Would without a doubt pick these up again and would expect them to sell, maybe not the same day, but I would say within a week max. These would sell probably right around that same price point, maybe more. So definitely would pick these ones up again and would expect a pretty similar result. Next is this Free People cowl neck sweater. Oversized, slouchy fit, ribbed. This actually had some pretty good keywords, so I would imagine that was a factor, and then the fact that it was February sweater makes sense. So that sold for $30, and again, I was going to the bins at this point, so spent $1.47, left me with $22.53 in profit. Then I sold this Fossil leather mini saddle bag, and this was again a very fast flip, sold for $30. When it comes to Fossil, I do think their leather bags and just accessories do much better than anything else. I currently have a canvas, like a coated canvas bag listed that has been listed for quite a while. So I've had pretty good luck selling Fossil leather bags, and then I sold a men's like shaving kit, leather shaving kit before that sold very well also. But the one I have listed right now is not leather and it's not selling very well. So to me at this point, I think Fossil is a brand I will continue to pick up if I find it in good condition, but I think I will focus on picking up leather pieces and leaving behind probably other materials, canvas, nylon, cotton, things like that. Let me know if you have ever found Fossil bags or how they've done for you if you have sold them. I think that's a pretty underrated brand actually. It can do very well. Another Free People item, this is a Henley, and this sold for $20 on Poshmark same day. Oh, this is Free People Movement too. So that brand does do pretty well. It actually doesn't sell for very much. I don't know that I've ever sold it for more than maybe 30, 35, but I've had a few instances where it sold very quickly. So I think for the right piece, right style and cut and condition, all that, it can do very well. And this was actually a long sleeve that sold in July, the same day it was listed. So what I just said a few minutes ago about seasonality is not always the case, but that one was again a very fast flip. And let's see here, I had it listed at 30, accepted an offer for 20, and that left me with $14.12 in profit. Then I sold this pair of Abercrombie & Fitch low-rise flare jeans. These sold for $25 on Poshmark, and that left me with $18.12 in profit. I actually think now these would sell for a little bit more. I don't know that they would sell as fast or not, but I would probably actually hold out for around, I mean, it's still not that much more, but I'd probably expect these to sell right around $30. I know that Abercrombie & Fitch is actually having a pretty big comeback right now, and I think their denim does very well, especially for styles that are really on trend. So for this style in particular, I probably would expect it to sell pretty quickly and for maybe even a little bit more than it did a couple years ago. Next is this Free People Moonshine sweater. It was a chunky knit sweater. This sold within a day for $30 on Poshmark. Great style. I think the off the shoulder kind of a style, cold shoulder, had a very big moment a couple years ago. I don't know that it's quite as on trend, although this is a pretty bohemian style, so I think actually it might still do pretty well. And Free People sweaters in general have time and time again done pretty well for me, so I would expect a similar result. I don't know that it would necessarily be the same day, but probably still be a really good sale. And that one was, in fact, a very good sale. Probably would add some better keywords. So I'm kind of surprised that sold so quickly. It did sell for a full asking price though. Had it listed at 30 and it sold for 30. More Madewell. This is a bandana banana shirt. And this is so cute. It sold for 14. Pretty low price sale, but fast flip. And another Madewell item. So this was from So this was from September of 2022, a little over 2 years ago. Might pick it up, kind of a, you know, easy sale just because it's got a cute design on it and people love a good cute random graphic. Then next is this Lululemon Free to Be Wild sports bra, and this style of Lululemon sports bras with the strappy back has done well for me time and time again. Not always this fast, but typically pretty quickly and for a good sale price, because $30 for a used sports bra is pretty good if you ask me. So that was a very good sale. And this one was from, again, September of 2022. Sold for $30. I had it listed at $38, and I'm guessing I sent out 20% off offers, which someone did accept, so that left me with $28.79 in profit for that one. Then another pair of the Hottie Hot shorts. These sold for $30. They were black camo, and I think I would actually expect these to continue selling well. The style is very popular, clearly. This was a couple years ago, but I think if I saw these again, I would definitely get them at the right price. I wouldn't, you know, pay up much for them, but if they were a few dollars, I would get them, flip them. People are definitely on the lookout for particular Lulu pieces, and I think the Hottie Hot shorts proven to do well time and time again. Next is this Reformation crewneck cashmere sweater. This is a brand I really like to find and sell, and 2 years later I would still 100% pick this up and expect it to sell pretty well. So this was a bins pickup. I spent $1.74 on it, listed it at $60 and accepted a $38 offer. That left me with $28.66 in profit. Very good sale. Love finding Reformation. Doesn't happen a ton, but when I do, I know it's going to be a good sale price of around $30 or more. Doesn't always sell quite that quickly, but in a lot of cases it has sold quickly, so it is a brand I really like to find. Next is this Lane Bryant color block pullover sweater. This one sold for $20, and I'm surprised to see this same day flip for Lane Bryant. I really don't remember ever having super great experiences selling Lane Bryant, and I haven't really picked it up a ton, but this kind of intrigues me because it's a brand I don't really get excited at all to find or anything like that, but that's a pretty decent sale, especially because I'm assuming I got this at the bins. And yes, spent $1.77, sold it for $20, was left with $12.51 in profit, so not a super insanely good profit, but pretty decent. And especially if you're recouping your money that quickly within a day, then some of these lower price sales can be worth it. So that is interesting, and I'm curious if you guys sell Lane Bryant. Please let me know if you have had experiences of it selling this quickly. Very curious. Again, I'm a sample size of one, so I am curious if this was just a really good sale or if Lane Bryant does tend to sell pretty quickly. Next, this Lulu's Plaid Academia mini skirt. This was new with tags in December. Could have been a gift since it was new with tags, but I think a few factors there: new with tags, seasonality, good, you know, obviously the style was good. Sold for $35 on Poshmark, very fast, and that one left me with $26.43 in profit, and it was a full price sale, listed at $35 and sold for $35. This is a very cute style. I actually wish I kept this now that I'm looking at it, and I wish I had it in my own personal closet right now. Okay, then I sold this Madewell oversized flannel. This one sold for $20 on Poshmark. So many Madewell items on this list, so that is really interesting to see. So 2 years ago, in December of 2022, almost exactly 2 years ago, by the way, this sold for $20, left me with $12.71 in profit. Next up on the list is this pair of Lululemon Align high-rise 25-inch leggings. These sold for $60 on Poshmark within 24 hours. Super fast. Left me with $46.32 in profit. Would definitely pick these up again and would assume they would sell for around that same price point. I continue to get excited when I find Lululemon leggings in good condition or even not in great condition. If they've got some pilling in the inner thigh area, I just take my sweater shaver, clean it up. It really can improve a piece quite a bit. So definitely a good item to be on the lookout for, Lulu leggings. for sure. Then I sold this Everlane cashmere polo sweater. I think this is so beautiful. Another Everlane cashmere sweater, and I think the other one was extra small as well, which is kind of funny. So this sold very quickly for $40 on Poshmark. That left me with $28.62 in profit. A bins pickup, super fast flip. Would expect a similar result, especially if it was listed in January. I think it would do probably just as well, maybe not quite as fast, but probably a similar price point and decently fast. All right, next is this pair of Beyond Yoga cozy waffle knit sweatpants. These sold for $24. I've had very good luck selling Beyond Yoga on both Poshmark and eBay. Definitely not all instances were same day or within one day flips, but Beyond Yoga can do very well. Pretty high quality, very soft items, and I think people really like that brand a lot, so it can do very well. That one left me with $14.80 in profit. The next up was this pair of American Eagle high-rise bootcut jeans. This was a really good style, the bootcut. Sold for $20 on Poshmark. American Eagle jeans, if it's a really good style and they're in excellent condition, I typically sell them between $20 and $25. So if I am getting them at the Goodwill outlet, then that is very much worth it. And I've had several times where I've sold American Eagle within about a week for their jeans. So it's a brand I actually think can do very well, and it's maybe not the most exciting, but it's pretty reliable, I would say, and people like to wear their jeans. I know I like to wear American Eagle jeans, so I think those can do very well, and in this case it did do very well. Then this was in March of 2023 now. I sold this Glossier makeup bag, and this is actually the second time I sold this makeup bag. I sold it one time before this. Didn't sell quite as fast, but it still sold pretty quickly. And this one sold for 20 bucks within a day. Really good sale there. Let's see, listed at 25, sold for 20. I had sent out offers. That left me with $12.32 in profit. Another Beyond Yoga piece. This was a racerback cropped tank top, sold for 25 on Poshmark. Here's what the Beyond Yoga brand tag looks like. Can do very well, and you know, 2 out of like what, 45 or so listings on this list were Beyond Yoga, so it's a good brand. I haven't come across it in a while actually, but my eyes are peeled for it. If I see it and it's in good condition, I do typically grab it. All right, then another Lululemon Swiftly Tech long sleeve top. So it's kind of interesting that there were almost 2 years between my first Swiftly Tech long sleeve shirt selling and then this one, and they both sold within a day. So I actually did this time around, when I sold this, know what I had, and I held out for a little better of an offer. I had that one listed at 45 and then did hold out for a full price sale. Left me with $35.17 in profit. And just to continue the Swiftly Tech train here, I did just sell a Swiftly Tech short sleeve shirt about a week ago, maybe a little less, and that one sold within a week. So not a same day or within a day flip, but still a fast flip. And the Swiftly Tech, you just got to be on the lookout for it. It does have the Lulu logo right here, so you can just kind of spot it that way, and then it has this like venting right here. So great style to be on the lookout for, and one that I think does just as well as it ever has. Then this pair of Smart Wool base layer pants sold within a day, and they were listed in January, so it makes sense. They sold, you know, very quickly, right at peak time that people are looking for items like this. Sold for $35 on Poshmark, and I had accepted an offer. I had them listed at $50 originally, but that left me with $25.90 in profit. Buyer got a good deal, they sold fast, I made a good profit, so all around win for that one. Then this Aviator Nation short sleeve shirt sold for $48 on Poshmark, super fast. And I would definitely expect a similar result now. This one was in March of 2024, so not too long ago at all. That was this year, and a really great sale. Definitely would grab again, would anticipate it selling pretty much just as quickly for probably right around a similar price point. Then this pair of Chubby's loungewear shorts sold for $28 on Poshmark. And this year was actually the first year I found Chubby's a few times, and it sold within a week every time, and 2 of those items sold within a day. So this one here sold for $28, and then the next one actually again sold for $28 within a day. And this was a pair of swim trunks. So this is a really good brand to be on the lookout for. And these both sold in May, so again, seasonality did help these, I'm sure. But the brand was good. People are on the lookout for these items and sold extremely quickly. All right, then just a few more to go here. So this was a pair of Madewell Perfect Vintage jeans. They've got a tapered leg, high rise, very good style to find at this point in time. Wider leg, high rise, either flare boot cut or tapered leg. These were kind of more of a mom style jean, but these sold within a day on Poshmark, $32. And those ones I did have listed at $40 and then accepted an offer for $32. Left me with $23.33 in profit. And then one of my favorite brands to find and sell, it's Vuori. Sold for $28 on Poshmark. It's a workout tank top with a built-in bra. So super quick flip. I remember this one being very soft and just a nice high quality item. So definitely like finding Vuori, selling Vuori, and this one was a same day flip, so I like that even more. All right, then this J. Peterman men's popover long sleeve shirt sold on eBay for $35. And this brand was new to me this year, the only time I've ever found it, and it sold within a day. So I don't know if I actually had it priced a little bit too low, just because it sold. Honestly, I think this sold within an hour of me listing it. So sometimes that does indicate to me that maybe I could have priced it a tiny bit higher, but it's okay. It still left me with $26.30 in profit. So very good sale there. This is a brand I'm definitely on the lookout for now that I know it and know how well it can do. Again though, this one did get listed in October, so that could have been a factor, and the academia kind of style is pretty trendy right now, so a couple factors that could have helped, but I know that the brand did have something to do with that one as well. All right, and then the last one on the list, this sold in November of this year, was this Outdoor Research women's overalls. And this was my first time picking up this brand, and I was very happy with how fast this sold and kind of surprised. I was not anticipating it to be that great of a sale. It sold within a day for $45 on eBay. So let's see, I had that one listed at $65 and did accept an offer for $45. Really good sale there, left me with $34.16 in profit. And now that is a brand that has my attention. I definitely am on the lookout for it. And if I find it, I do like to look into the piece. I know I have something listed right now. I think it's a jacket, and it has not sold quite as quickly. So I think the style definitely did a lot for this one, just because overalls are a good style to be on the lookout for right now. Pretty popular at the moment, I would say. But the brand, I'm sure, did help this one as well. So it's a good brand to be on the lookout for, especially if the style is good and the item is in good condition and all of that. So that's it for my fastest flips ever. Please let me know if any of these were surprising to you. Very interesting to pull this together and see, but please let me know down below what you thought about this, and if you have any fast flips that you had a few years ago that you know would not sell as fast today. I'd be curious to hear about that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a very good rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.